think the appropriate thing for us to do would be the tag that Earl is probably most famous for, and he loved to sing, is "Last Night Was the End of the World," right? Okay, are we ready? Last night, here we go. Last night. And he was one of the greatest woodshedders, and you know, just a great guy. And all I can say is that he's up in heaven directing Dave Stevens and all the rest of them. Believe me, he's up there telling them what to do and how to do it, and he's doing a hell of a job, and we all are blessed that we knew Earl Moon.
And I'll bet you that even God defers to Earl on arrangements of barbershop songs. Maybe, I don't know. Speaking of quartets, Earl spent a lot of time with the chapter quartets, both in the Whittier chapter and in other chapters where he visited on given nights throughout the course of the year. He'd be willing to help any quartet, no matter how good or how mediocre, or just whatever level a quartet was at. He'd be willing to help them get a little better, because that was another one of his mottos, just get a little better as time goes on. And we have a quartet that we'd like to hear from now. One of the guys has to leave, and Earl helped this quartet get a little bit better and enjoy what they were singing as they got a little better. So, and they've done very well, thanks to Earl, and I'm sure you'll enjoy listening to Accordingly Yours.
You smiled when we parted, it hurt me somehow. I thought there was nothing worthwhile. The tables are turning and you're crying now, while I'm just now learning to smile. So who's sorry now? Who's sorry now? Whose heart is aching for breaking each vow? Who sat in blue and crying too, just like I cried over you, right to the end, just like a friend. I tried to warn you somehow. You had your way and now you must pay. I'm glad that you're sorry now. You're sorry now, 'cause it was right to the end. Just like a friend, I tried to warn you somehow, somehow. You know that you had your way, but now we're through and you must pay. 'Cause I'm through with just giving up. I'm gonna start living. I'll bet that you're sorry now. Gee, I wish that I could write a song, but every time I try, it turns out wrong. Wouldn't it be great to write a song and get the whole start to ring, and everyone would sing a song of peace and love and harmony. With three good voices singing together, oh, what a happy song. And to think it's my music that's making the world go round. Then people feel sad would have a reason to be glad. I would do it with a melody. If I could write a song and all the world sing along, how wonderful this world would be, would be. If I could write a song and all the world sing along, how wonderful this world would be. You see, how wonderful this world would be. Gee, what a world this would be.
You know, one of the Dick Manis was introducing. Looking to see who John's talking to. Huh? It's just Dan Jordan. Big deal. Anyway, one of the people, Dick Manis earlier on was introducing and thanking a lot of people for what they've done today to make Moonglow a success. But Moonglow wouldn't be a success without the leadership of the man who is chairing this, and I think we need to give a warm, big thank you to Dick Manis. And well, no, with this, I was about ready to say this. Can I back up? What do you want? You've done that thing 25 times and it's not getting laughs anymore. Just forget about it. Sit down, spin around until you find your table. Spin around, thank you very much. Visual stick by up line. It's a big deal. Okay, let us continue on because we have a lot of wonderful entertainment. And next we'd like to hear from some ladies who walked up to me and said, we want to make sure we get a chance to sing. And we have a couple of quartets in that regard. First of all, a quartet that a couple of the members have to leave early, so let's give a warm round of applause to second place, Region 11 place. Let's go back and listen. Wait a minute. This pen doesn't work. And I left my notes at the table, so I hope I get this right. If not, then John wrote it. Let me back up and sing again. Second place, Region 11. Let's give a warm welcome to West Side Story.
We remember when we were young, we were so happy when we sung. We get together in a family circle singing loud. Just three people, that's all we were. She'd be a quartet we'd prefer. We would bring them and try to hear that part of high.
Thank you.
Me and little sister, we join right in there, singing with the band that keeps us strong. One of these days it won't be long, we'll have a tenor on our song. She will join this family circle in our song. Oh, the circle won't be broken. Thy and my Lord, thy and
opportunity to sing a barbershop song. Now, it was just the two of us. It was me and my brother. I was 7 and he was 5. And we got to sing for the Downey chapter the song "The Rain It's Rainin'," which was one of their chapter song repertoire. And my dad had been singing it. And so we had learned it around the house. And so I've always felt a very special place for Earl Moon, for the way that he encouraged us to sing as a child. And then later on, when I was singing with Proctor McGash Quartet, we were doing a chapter show in San Jose, and our quartet and Four Points West were all staying in the same hotel. And so while we were waiting to have the show start later in the evening, he came by and he taught us a whole song by rote. One of his arrangements, he taught us "Don't Cry, Little Girl, Don't Cry," and it was especially fun to learn it that way. And it was just another example of the very kind and sharing, generous musician that he was. And so,
actually, we're just going to talk the rest of the day. I'm sorry about this, but I do have something important to say. I unfortunately didn't know Earl Moon myself personally. I'm just entirely much too young. But there are several people that are very special in my life that were very close to him. And one of them is John Baker. And John Baker is going to be marrying my mother, our bass in West Side Story, on June 29th. And also John Baker's son, Jeff Baker, who is in Utah this weekend practicing for the international competition in July 4th, 5th, and 6th that week. He wanted to be here very badly, and he couldn't be here, and he wanted us to say that he's here in spirit, and he's here in heart, and if there was any way that he could have gotten the rest of the quartet to come on this side of the world and practice, he would have done that. So thank you for having me.
From a distance, the world looks blue and green, and snow-capped mountains bright. From a distance, the ocean meets the stream, and the eagle takes to flight. From a distance, there is harmony, and the
maybe 5 to 7 minutes, we're going to see a special videotape that was produced specifically for Moonglow today. But first, one of the finest quartets in many years to come down the pipe. They're a wonderful show quartet, an entertaining quartet. And maybe you could all join me in giving a warm, warm welcome to the 139th Street Quartet.
Well, while the older guys are making their way up here,
DX, even though she's waiting for me, that's where I'm longing to be. Swanee, how I love you, my dear old Swanee. I'd give the world to be among the folks in DX, even though my mammy's waiting for me, praying for me down by the Swanee. The folks up north will see me no more when I get to that Swanee shore. Swanee, 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 I'm going back to Swanee. Many, many, I love the old folks at home. I love your Swanee. How I love you, my dear old Swanee. I give the world, I give me among the folks in the eye, even though my Mary, she's waiting for me, praying for me down by the Swanee. The folks away up north will see me no more when I get to that Swanee shore. How I love that Swanee shore.
you know, over the, it's contagious, I'll tell you. Over the 21 years the quartet has been together, got to do so many great things, and to be able to be a part of this celebration today of such an outstanding person such as Warren Moon. You know, when it comes to football, Earl Moon, the thing that kind of threw me off there, I guess, is that Warren Moon plays with the Eagles, and Earl always wanted to make an Eagle, so that's kind of where I lost it there for a moment. What's that? What am I going to make out of vodka? Oh, plays for the Vikings. Well, Earl was a Norseman. Okay, any other questions? Yes, he sang with the Norsemen. That is correct. That is right. At least that's what he told Millie when she found that breastplate thing. Any other questions? I mean, you know, because really, if you write this out on a chalkboard, we did this one time with Earl. We did a music school up in Washington State, and there were people that were late getting there and stuff, so they decided to do a thing kind of like doing a family tree. And it was really kind of wild because we did that. We went backwards. We threw a name out, and then we just started doing the tree thing until you found out who sang with who went back with where. It was really kind of fun seeing who had all sung with who, and it went all the way around this music room we were in. And Earl was in so many different combinations of quartets and people and things that he knew that this E2 Moon thing was everywhere all over the room. So it was kind of fun. Not funny, but informative. Okay.
hollers, black bottom, crazy words, crazy tune. He'll be driving me crazy soon. Bo-do-do-do, bo-do-do-do, Napoleon marched his men, turned around and said to them, Bo-do-do, bo-do-do-do, bo-do-do, Washington and Valley Forge, he was told there but up Pope George, bo-do-do, do-do, Patrick Henry, in that speech he shouted, give me, oh give me liberty, our flat bottom you all heard yesterday. What did President Goody say? Bo-do-do, bo-do-do-do, bo-do-do, bo-do-do-do, bo-do-do, bo-do-do-do, go!
Can we lay upon you some pieces of stuff and things that you might have fun with? Sure. Great. If you don't like it, just tell us to get off. We will. Okay.
Hold on. Thank you very much. It's been enough. You want to listen to music at the beginning of the century. You have to listen to it in person. So here they are at the Orpheum Theater in the year 1908. 4 in a row.
Shine on, harvest moon up in the sky. I ain't had no love since January or June or July. Life's love, I ain't no time to stay towards the spoon. So shine on, harvest moon, warm me in my gown.
Now, moving right along to 1922, if you want to listen to music, you had to go to a speakeasy because it was illegal to drink. That's when, of course, people drank more. And what was hot at the time was jazz. So here they are, Peter Pepper and the Pickled Peppers doing the Shine on Harvest Moon stomp. Thank you, Dave.
Inspiration.
I'm sorry our check didn't clear, but you know. In the 30s, it was hot. I mean, see, nobody had any money in the 30s because of the Depression, and so you go down to the train yards and listen to the hobos sing the Shine on Harvest Moon blues.
Shine on harvest moon, look in the sky. Ain't got no loving since last July. I once had me a girl, she wouldn't even spoon. She needed sky. A little on one of the boys. I said, shine on the smooth.
Okay, we're in the 30s. In case you didn't know this, we call this 139th Street modestly presents the entire 20th century. So we are in the 40s. The big deal in the 40s, of course, was that wonderful time, World War II, when there was 60 or 80 million people killed. You know, we think of it as a kinder and gentler time, don't we? But if you want to listen to music, well, this time the whole country was hooked up with the radio. You could listen all over the country, and so from Cincinnati, Ohio, from high atop, from the nosebleed room, high atop the Hotel Fromage, listen to the smooth, mellow sounds of the 4 Fs. Oh, shine on, harvest moon up in the sky. I ain't had no loving since January, February, June, and July. It's no time, ain't no time to stay outdoors and spoon. So shine on, harvest moon for me and my cat. We're in the 50s, and I have to tell you, it's all downhill from here. Now, in the 50s, rock and roll started just like barbershop started. There's 4 guys standing on the corner singing a cappella these songs of the day, triads mostly, and we call that doo-wop. So here it is, Danny and the doo-woppers singing, shine on harvest moon, doo-wop, doo-wop, doo-wop.
Shine, shine on harvest moon, shine way up in the sky. I ain't had no lovin' January till July. Yes. No time, ain't no time to shine, shine on harvest moon, shine on harvest moon. Up in the lamb, ding, 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 dong, 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 bum, bum, diddy, bum, 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 and shine on harvest. A wrong, bum, bum, diddy, gang, gang, bum, bum, diddy, bum, bum, bum. All right, cool. Shine on harvest.
We're working on Elvis. We don't have very much of it, but we'd like to show you, we have a little bit of Elvis, and we'd like to show you, it isn't much, but it's actually Elvis's last words.
You gonna finish those mashed potatoes?
I told you it wasn't much. All right, Elvis has left the building. All right. He's probably singing with Earl. Earl's going, no, get that third right, Elvis. You can't have that quaver in your voice. You can't ring any chords with that. Anyhow, so here we are in the 60s. And in the 60s, we have chosen for the 60s, 139th Street meets Deliverance.
Ding, 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 ding.
Shine on, harvest morning, and the village shine on, harvest. No time, ain't no time, be a course, we got like mine, shine on, harvest queen. Forest free, shine on, shine on, shine on, shine on, harvest queen.
Now, all those of you who think we're going to sing disco, take one step forward. Not so fast, we ain't doing it. We have our limits, you know? But, the last thing, we're skipping the 70s. But the only thing that's left, you know what an oxymoron is? Of course, you know what an oxymoron is, like military intelligence, right? Jumbo shrimp. Postal service. Death benefits. Rap music. And that's all we have. So he's bad. He's bad. He can't read or write. He's killed 16 people. He's worth $55 million a year. And he's ready to do it for you. Here he is. That Slamma-Jamma man himself, Slamma-Jamma DJ.
Are you feeling it? I'm feeling it. How about all you people in the posse to get down? Man, you people of Madison? Yo, the natural mighty dog, so you can have a seat. Come on, baby, on my knees. You scared when the booty ball goes. Say to you, I think that I should go. Brother, tear from your eye. But here's the reason why. Way up there in the sky. When the loving I showed you with the tie. When the wind is chilling, that ain't the trouble. Come on, you big old moonshine on me. Get busy, y'all. Pump it up, pump it up. All you white folks on 1 and 2.
And actually, we have at least 45 or 50 quartets who want to sing between now and midnight. Not quite that. But we do have a lot of quartets, so we're going to get a couple more bits of entertainment in before we do a break. Well, we're going to try. What we're going to do, real quickly, we have a couple of people who want to speak very quickly, and then we're going to hear from Panache, and then we're going to break. Some woodshedding and singing, and then we'll come back. So, we have a couple of guys who would like to say quick words about Earl. Let's bring on Aaron Hamlin.
Hi. Are you all here? As you all are mostly Whittier people, and you all know Earl, and you know all his little pet sayings, like nobody makes a mistake on purpose, and fix it. Fix it. All of you folks know what that means. Well, as you all know, I played a lot of golf with Earl Moon, Emmett, and Uncle George, and we're out playing golf one day, the four of us, and we get about 3/4 of the way through, and Earl, for those of you who don't know golf, started getting the shanks. And the ball goes off at about a 45-degree angle. And he shanked 4 in a row. Well, usually when he got into trouble, he'd kind of look at me like, what can I do to fix it? Guess what I said? Fix it. Needless to say, he never shanked another ball the rest of the round.
Half the fun is watching the blind guy find the mic, right? That's the only reason you came? That's the only reason I came. And the food. Was that Carl? I thought it was Carl. I can name that person in 3 words. Carl Peterson's 2, no, that's why I came. That's 4 words, I think. Nobody cares, all right. We have another speaker, a long-time friend of Earl Moon. In fact, Bob actually goes back to, the 1870s in terms of involvement in this society. Knew Earl when he was a child. Maybe not quite that. I slightly exaggerate. But anyway, long-time friend of Earl's and a long-time member of the society and the Whittier chapter. And another one of the, Moon's a 50-year man in the society, and our next speaker is also a 50-year man in the society. We're very happy to have Bob Ortell with us tonight to say a few words about his friend Earl.
I know you'd rather hear people sing than for me to tell jokes. So I'm not gonna go into too much detail except to say that, strange as it seems, I think I took Earl's death harder than I took when my dad died. As my dad kind of expected it with Earl. I was singing with him on Wednesday, and in a couple of days he was dead. And it's left a terrible hole in my life. And I do something that sounds bizarre, but the Quaker Quartetter, which is the publication of the Whittier chapter, one issue had him on the cover. I put that on the coffee table. Every time I go by, I say hi, Earl. And I kind of feel that he's there still. So I just want to say how much I miss him personally, and I know I speak for everybody here. Dick Mannis asked me to do something, to read something that came from an old friend of Earl's, Denny Driscoll, who's back in the Midwest, and he served on the Harmony College faculty with Earl for many, many years.
And he has a set of facts that I would like to share with you. It says to be read on the occasion of the testimonial for the Earl of Moon. Whereas this is the occasion on which we celebrate the life of Earl Moon, barber shopper extraordinaire, and whereas we gather here to acknowledge his gifts to barber shopping and to recognize that what he gave us is not transitory or ephemeral, but will last until even after the last barbershop cord, the very last one ever, has been run. And whereas the origins of the barbershop cord, called the Moon Ninth, are lost in obscurity and permit no known attribution, except that it may be that our honored decedent used it a time or two. Therefore, I, Dennis Driscoll, on this 26th day of March in the year of our Lord, 1996, do proclaim that said cord, consisting of the root, 7th, 9th, and 3rd of the dominant, which is the barbershop 7th cord, henceforth and evermore be known as the Moon Ninth, and that all correspondence, texts of instruction, and other official documents of the Society for the Preservation and Encouragement of Barbershop Quartet Singing in America so indicate. All in favor sing "Hear, Hear" in the key of B flat. How about that? Okay, thank you very much.
I don't need your help. Do you know how lucky we are today to not only have some of the finest in terms of male barbershop quartets, but we've got some wonderful Sweet Adelines International quartets with us as well. And that's a tribute to Earl Moon. The next quartet was were the champions. Sweet Adelines International, Queens of Harmony, 1990. Let's give a warm, warm welcome to Panache.
I was walking along, minding my business, when out of an orange-colored sky flashed, bam, alakazam, wonderful you came by. I was humming a tune, drinking sunshine, when out of that orange-colored view went, bam, alakazam, I gotta look at you. One look and I yelled, whether you are here or yonder, whether you are false or true, whether you retain or wander, I'm growing fonder of you. Even though your friends forsake you, even though you don't succeed, wouldn't I be glad to take you, give you the break you need. More than you know, more than you know, man of my heart, I love you so. Lately I find you're on my mind, more than you know. Whether you're wrong, man of my heart, I'll string along. You need me so, more than you'd ever know. Loving you the way that I do, there's nothing I can do about it. Loving may be all you can give, but honey, I can't live without it. Oh no, how I cry, oh, how I cry, if you got tired and said goodbye, more than I'd show, more than you'd ever know. More than you know.
You know, the last time the four of us all had the pleasure to share some space with Earl Moon was in our dressing room. He was good at that. We had a motorhome, just I was going to say the four of us, but it was just the five of us, and he was recounting memories of he and Millie and traveling across the country and doing gambling and stuff. Oops. And he talked and talked and talked and talked and talked and talked. You know, Earl, he was being in his own self. We had such a great time, and finally we said, you know, Earl, we're on in about 15 minutes, and we need to put our makeup on and get cute. And he said, oh, you look fine, just the way you are. He was a real schmoozer. But you know, he arranged this last song we're going to sing, and with that song, we really attribute that to winning our gold medals.